What is up, everybody? As you can see today, we're looking at the Hot Toys Dark Knight Trilogy Bane 2.0 figure. I made a video about 2 weeks ago explicitly saying how I will probably never be able to review this figure, but thanks to toysassemble.com, I was able to grab this. Now, I highly do recommend them, actually, genuinely. I ordered this guy on Sunday, and I got it today, which is a Wednesday, which is absolutely amazing. Of course, make sure to do your own research. You can check on trustpilot.com. That's a very reputable source to check websites. But as always, make sure you're comfortable before you buy. But anyway, I am so excited for this figure right now. Bane is definitely my second favorite villain in that whole trilogy. Obviously, Joker is maybe a little bit above him. But again, I absolutely love Bane. Not just in the trilogy, though. I absolutely adore his character. But anyway, let's get him out of the box and see what he looks like. All right, here we have him with the slip cover off. This guy is brand new. As you can see, he's perfectly sealed. Everything from their website is, but they also do have some pre-owns for a pretty good discount. But enough talking about that. Let's take a look at this figure outside of the box. All right, and here we are sliding this clam tray off. And here is the first look at Bane. Let's pull him out right here. And oh my god, I'm going to say right now, this guy weighs an absolute ton. And surprisingly enough, this is my first ever brand new Hot Toy figure. All of the other ones I bought pre-owned. But anyway, let's take him out and check his accessories first, and we'll take the look at the actual figure. All right, everybody, this I'm going to say is an impressive amount of accessories for not even coming with any weapons. But without further ado, let's get into it. First up, we have a closed pair of fists. The detail work on these things is absolutely amazing. You can see all of the little veins and skin texture. We have a weapon holding hand, I guess you could say, that you could use to hold one of those. And I'm going to be honest, this just looks like a manic hand, or it looks like you're about to choke Batman. But he also does come with a more relaxed pair of hands already on his body. Now, this right here is a really, really cool accessory. It's when he absolutely kicked Batman's ass in the sewer. Now, there was actually the last version of Bane that did come with one kind of like this. It has a little bit of a different cracking, but I actually did like the texture better on it. It did have the nice little water pattern, which this one doesn't have, but I'm not going to complain. This is still a super cool piece. Now, I was actually confused what this was. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But when you put on one of these jackets down here, you just wrap this around Bane's arm instead of his gauntlet. And if you're familiar with Hot Toys, this is actually how you move their separate rolling eyeballs. Nothing special about that. Now, here is Bane's iconic stadium jacket. Nice fur on the inside. It actually does feel super high quality. All these buttons on the outside are functional with these straps. I do not believe the buttons on this and the pouch are functional. It has a little padding in it to make it look like it has stuff in it. I'm not going to attempt to do that, though. And same thing with the wrists. These are not functional buttons. And of course, we're going to be taking a look at what he looks like with this on later. Then we have his other jacket style. It's a more leather. This is not a pleather material, though, which everybody, including me, is super happy about. I'm sure this will not flake. And I'm sure this will actually stand up a lot better than pleather would. Now, with this jacket, you actually can thread this through to make it look like it's actually stitched down, and there is a Velcro right on this side that you could use to attach it. Just like the other jacket, these are stitched closed, so you cannot use these, which is a little disappointing. I don't really see the point in stitching these pockets closed. Why not? But anyway, it has a nice high-quality working zipper that you can use to open and close it. And the quality on this is super nice, too. Now we'll start off with this absolutely monstrous display base. This is just a piece that goes on the side, or I've seen promo photos of Bane actually holding this to beat Batman's ass. The rust and metal detailing on this thing is actually super good, and it makes sense being down in a sewer that this will be rusty as hell. And it's not actual metal, but it's a display base, so I really wouldn't want them wasting a bunch of money on making this metal. Again, here's just another little metal piece that goes plopped on the display base. We do also get a standard crotch grabber. Now, I am a super big fan of the way they did the display base. You can see the Dark Knight Rises Bane right there on the front with that rust and this nice concrete textured pattern right here. We have more rust with a sort of grate. This whole display base is plastic, but the detail on it is super good, and I don't think it takes away from the piece at all. And also with this display base, you can change the height of it actually, which I'm going to keep it fully extended to give Bane that extra little bit of presence, but I thought that was just cool. Now, this is a piece that I absolutely love. This is the water supposed to be going underneath the grate of the sewer. If we go closer up on this, the detail is absolutely amazing with the white washes over the top and the blue on top of the clear plastic. On the bottom, we just see the Dark Knight Rises. Nothing special, but this display base definitely is. And now for the last bit, this is the actual backdrop. This is also plastic, and this is a sort of like plasticky board. I don't really know how to explain it, but it is printed in high resolution, not blurry. And I'm honestly thinking I'm getting better at this whole review thing, so let me know down in the comments. It would mean a lot to hear some feedback. But anyway, let's get the actual Bane figure out here, up close and personal, and see what he looks like. I really want to come out of the gates and say it basically straight up. I think this guy is as close to perfect as we're going to get from a Bane figure. The absolute level of detail on his skin is insane, and I will be showing that close up in a little bit. But this is just a quick look at the figure. The proportions for Bane are absolutely insane. We can see his ankle's a little kicked up right now because the way I put him. So I'll fix that really quick. And there we go. Let's take a quick closer look at him and see what he is all about. All right, everybody, here is a closer look at Bane. There's absolutely no visible seams all the way down from his head to his wrists. Now, if you are even a slight fan of the Batman Dark Knight trilogy, you could easily see that this is Bane. And I love the little detail on his face. You can see his little cheeks poking through, like it's squeezing his face. It's pretty damn hard. You can see the sheer level of skin texture, even on his shoulder right there. Wow. But that is 100% Tom Hardy. And that mask, the metal detail, looks like metal. Everything looks absolutely perfect. Coming over to his full body, we could say absolutely no seams. His skin, I mean, there's a bunch of little wrinkles, and that's not the material. That's seriously just the design they did. We take a closer look at his arm. You can see all the veins, the little striations. If we do end up flipping him over right here, you can see his lat muscles, his triceps, his forearms. This guy is absolutely a feat of engineering. This is something I was really interested in the promo pictures, his back injury, and you can see the absolute gnarly scar going down all the way his back. As of right now, I do not think that there is a way to take this vest off to see if he is a fully seamless body, but I'm not sure if they would do that just because of how it would hold up over time. But also, I don't really see why you would care to not put a full seamless body because you won't see under the vest anyway, but I guess we'll just leave that to speculation. The skin tone from the hands to the arms is pretty seamless. They did a really good job paint matching it. I don't know how that picks up on camera, but in person, the color is pretty perfect. We could see more details in his chest with his muscles and his scarring. Here's a nice close look at his right arm with his gauntlet. We'll flip him over to his left side. I do have comparison pictures up next to me. His vest does look very good, very movie accurate. And another kind of 1/6 hot toy, Sosa, whatever figure toys you want to get into. Another creator called Kazuma. I don't know, I'll put his handle right here. I saw him on TikTok and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Because seriously, Bane, what the fuck is this pocket for? I mean, it goes all the way around to the back that you can see right there. It is not a functional button. There's not a functional zipper on this figure, but Bane, well, I don't know what that is. Ooh, another controversial topic. This guy does not have split cut boots. But I am actually not a big carer of split cut boot designs. I think for Captain America, which I have, it's a really cool thing, but with Peacemaker, I don't think it takes away from the figure at all. Now, a big thing that people were wondering is, will this figure hold up over time with the seamless arms if you bend them? And with Hot Toys' new medical silicone, I definitely think it will. A lot of other companies have already been experimenting with that for years, actually, and I haven't seen a lot of figures with significant damage. Some companies do kind of just get brittle over time, but I've seen with the Chun-Li figure, if you know who that is, she holds up very well. But if you have it in hand, the level of quality on this silicone is absolutely insane, and he is on a crazy strong ratchet. You could hear it right here. Yeah. But I think this figure will hold up very well. His gauntlet right here does look like real leather, but I do not believe it is. I don't think it matters either way. It's very thin material, but it looks nice. This does look like metal, but it is plastic. And you can see all of the weathering on the vest right there. And all the little bungee cords. And this thing is absolutely crazy detailed. Now, moving down to the pants, they are pretty basic cargo military pants with his nice knee pads right there. And now you actually don't have to be too careful about these because they are Velcro, which is a huge bonus point for Hot Toys because I know some figures with elbow pads, shoulder pads, and knee pads, some of them fall off with glue. So the Velcro is an absolutely genius idea. And the same thing said with all of the other pockets before. None of the pockets on the pants are functional. All of them are sewed shut, just like the others. But now with all of that said, I want to see what Bane looks like with some of the jackets on. So first we're going to try the black/brown leather one, and then we're going to go to the fuzzy. So yeah, 100% I'm about to come out the gates saying this does look super badass. I'm not sure I could bring myself though to display either of the coats. just because of how beautiful and just, first of all, expensive that seamless body is. I'm not sure if I could bring myself to cover it up, but this actually is a really, really, really cool look for him. If we come up nice and close, this thing fits this guy obviously perfectly because it was tailored for him, but the range of motion is still super good with it. I'm going to be testing the standard range of motion because obviously everybody knows that clothes are going to restrict it. But first, we're going to take a look at the other suit jacket that he comes with, and we're going to see which one we prefer, but I already have a feeling I know which one. Oh my god. All right, so first of all, this thing looks absolutely amazing on him. Obviously, again, fits super well. I'm going to say it straight out the gate. I'm going to have to display him at least sometimes like this. Definitely going to do a lot of posing with him like this and a lot of photos. But even just displaying him like this, I mean, he looks so imposing. He looks like he has so much presence. I will futz with his clothes a little bit to make everything look a little more straightened up. But this guy absolutely looks amazing with this. You can button his shirt closed, but it is, like I was saying, you can button his shirt closed, which is a pretty cool aesthetic for him, but I think it is very iconic to keep it open. This is my preferred look between the two jackets. I don't think I will actually really ever display him with the other one, but it would be cool to take photos with, obviously. And after getting this guy, oh my god, I have to get the DX19 Christian Bale Batman. Because look at this, I need to pair them together. It's just super obvious now. I've been looking into one for a decent while, actually. But I haven't been able to find a fairly priced one. But now I think I might just say fuck it and go for it, because them two together would look absolutely awesome. All right, now's going to be time to do articulation. Keep in mind, this is my personal figure that I did pay for, so I'm going to keep it a little bit on the safer side. You might be able to push your figure, though, a little bit further. So we will start with the arms going all the way up, and holy damn, that does look a little bit awkward, but I mean, yeah, that's how far it goes up. That did not disconnect from the joint. It just starts to look a little freaky when you get it up to 90. But we'll check this elbow out. Very strong ratchet, and it goes far past 90, and I'm going to be completely honest, it is really impressive of how natural they got this to look. I know my Peacemaker figure at times can look a little bit stretched and warped, but this one looks absolutely natural. The head articulation goes down about that much, and he could look up pretty far too. Can obviously do a nice 360 with his head sculpt. Now, you might not think we're going to be getting a lot of ab crunch at all, and you're right. We do have about 1 or 2 clicks. Nothing crazy, but it is nice that we do have that option for a little bit. The legs are going to go out about that far, not crazy. That knee bend, far past 90. The boots right there, not a lot of range of motion up and down, barely any at all. You do have butterfly pivot right here. And also his arms do bend back just about that far before they stop going. And sometimes when you're going to want to pose this figure, the silicone might ride up a little bit, but you're easily going to be able to pull it down and hide the joint a little more. And all right, here he is with his full-on display stand, and I'm going to say it outright. Oh my god, this might actually be my favorite new hot toy. Definitely my favorite hot toy release of this year, completely, and the year's almost over. This is definitely going to be how I'm displaying him. I'm not sure, actually I am sure, I'm not going to be displaying him fully with his arms bent like this. I do want to make sure he lasts as long as possible. But now I'm going to be doing some cool poses and some figure comparisons, so let's see. All right, and here we have it. We have Hot Toys Peacemaker versus Hot Toys Bane. These are my 2 seamless figures that I have at the moment, and I really can't decide which one I like more. Both of them have completely different aesthetics. Bane is a more down-to-earth, dark fucking villain, and Peacemaker is a very bright and vibrant anti-hero kind of thing. I wouldn't go as far to call him a hero. But overall, both of these figures definitely do look really cool next to each other, being from the same universe. Here he is next to Steve Rogers, aka Captain America from Avengers Endgame. Cap is a decent bit taller than him, actually. He's got a little bit of height on him, not too much, but these guys definitely look a lot, I wouldn't say better, but they look more from the same universe, if you know what I mean. These are 2 pretty down-to-earth looking costumes. They're both a little darker and more realistic. And of course, it would not be a true comparison from me if we didn't include the Avengers Endgame Thanos. Yeah, he makes everybody look like a 1/12 scale figure. I say this every single time, but I absolutely love the way that he makes anybody look tiny. But now we're gonna get to some cool poses and some final shit. But now we're gonna get to some pretty cool poses and some final words for him. This guy, I know I might be overusing this word, I don't care. This guy has presence. look at him. I'm in an up-down angle right now so you can see more of him, but he still looks giant and imposing. The muscles are a little bigger than the actual movie accurate version of himself, but I'd rather that. I don't really want a skinny looking Bane next to a buff ass Batman. But that's about it for this beautiful figure of Bane that he is. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe and comment something down below. It really means a lot to me, and you'll see more videos like this. And again, if you guys want to pick this guy up for a crazy low price compared to a bunch of different websites, toysassemble.com is the best place to get it. I'll comment it down below, but make sure you're comfortable before buying. And yeah, that's about it, and I'll see you guys next time.